Hello and welcome back to the fourth session this week where we are looking at my different steps for learning a new piece of music. I just wanted to let you know that while I'm really enjoying getting online every day to do these for you, and I was really hoping actually to keep going for a number of weeks, I'm probably going to have to take a break from this for a while from next week. I have a light sensitive disorder, and all of the time on computers with computer, Zoom choir rehearsals and Zoom singing lessons and all of those things is just a bit much. So I need to minimize how much time I spend on the computer. So I probably won't be back doing this again next week, even though I'd hoped to. I might take a bit of a break. I will leave these lessons up probably as long as we seem to be in lockdown so that you can revise. And I'm also thinking about maybe doing one-off slightly longer sessions around particular things when I have the ability to do that. So if there's something you'd really like to have a go at or would really like to have covered, you can just send me a message in the comments to any of these videos, or you can find me on social media channels or however you'd like to get in contact with me. I also have a contact form on my website because I'd really love to hear from you as to what you think would be helpful. If I'm going to do another one of these, I'll make sure that it really fits the bill for you. So thank you very much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun. We are going to start with a stretch, arm up and over. Always with stretches, check in to make sure that you're still breathing. And the other way. Try and get your arm over your head instead of a bit behind your head like I just did. Excellent, back up and over. And let's have as our sound for the day a little bit of a sad puppy whimper. Get a really pathetic face happening. And now we are going to warm up using a scale. So I'll start slowly and we're going to do a different vowel each time. We might start with ah, like this. Okay, as you go up, you're going to need to add a little bit of stretch for each of these vowels getting up into the higher register. And if you're finding it hard to move fast as we get faster, back off the sound a bit. The more you put into it, the less agile you're going to be. So just try and relax. And if you end up slipping and sliding through the scale, don't worry too much about it. So start to get a bit more of a stretch happening at the top and get there before the high note. Don't do all of your stretching just on the top note. Need to modify all your vowels towards R. So I'm going to just keep going on R for now. A bit faster. you get on with that one. Yeah, we're getting pretty high. If you're a true soprano, you probably want to go for a couple more than that. That would have been a B if I actually managed to sing it. Okay, we are going to head down now and just la, 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 la. Nice and simple. La. Now, is another sound that you can make without closing your mouth. You can just let your tongue do the work. La, 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 la. And that's what you want to do here. The less you can move your jaw, the freer and easier your sound will be. Couple more if you can. I'm out. One more. All right, and our text exercise for the day is to this pattern of notes. And then we get so on and so forth all the way down. We've used this with various combinations of words over the last few weeks. Today, we are going to use all castrati eat gelati. All castrati eat gelati. What I'm particularly interested in is making sure that you do the T on eat. It's really easy to go eat gelati, and we don't hear that T. Eat gelati, eat gelati. We want to hear that T, crisp, clear, and slightly separate. Let's not go too fast for starters, huh? All castrati eat gelati, 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 all castrati eat. Faster. All castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat. All castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat. Last one, watch those T's. All castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat. Lots of stretch, keep it light here. All castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat gelati, all castrati eat. All right, let's get into the handle. Ombra mai fu. So again, if you need the music for this, you can find the link to the sheet music in the blurb to this video. We're starting from where the aria begins, which is on the second page. So far, we've worked through my first 3 steps for learning a new piece of music, and these are to maximize your best vowel, your best sound, finding that sweet spot in your voice, and also for maintaining connection. So, first step, singing the whole piece through on your best vowel, whatever that is. Some days it might be different, or you might just know that you're an R kind of a person. The second step is then to work through the other vowels in order of how comfortable you are with them. So from best vowel to second best vowel to third best vowel, so on and so forth. That was what we did on Tuesday. Yesterday, we sang the whole piece on the vowels that are written in the text, but no consonants. So instead of singing ombra mai fu, we sang oa, I, oo, and worked through the whole piece like that. This next step, which I like to call good vowel, bad vowel, but which is really just a process of vowel matching, is I think the most important step. It's also going to be the hardest to sort of teach this way, but I'll try and show you what I mean. We might not be able to work on it together too much in this session, but hopefully it'll make enough sense that you can take it away and play with it with whatever piece you happen to be working on. The basic premise of good vowel, bad vowel is that we sing some vowels better than others, and all of that varies from person to person. It might also vary depending which part of your range you're in. But what you want to do as a singer is to have your sound be as consistent and evenly matched as possible across your range, across the vowels, no matter what you're singing. So if you can identify in each phrase which vowel you think is sounding the clearest and the most resonant and feels free and easy, and then find the vowel that you think is the dodgiest. It might be fluffy, it might be flat, it might be too dark, it might be out of tune, it might just not sound how you want it to sound. I like to take that best vowel and then the dodgiest vowel and to sing them one after the other and try and match the sound up. I'll show you how it works. I'm going to sing the first phrase, ombra mai fu, just on the vowels, no consonants. I want you to listen while I'm singing, and we might hear different things or have different opinions about this, and that's totally fine. I'm going to sing that first phrase, and I am going to pick which vowel I liked the most and which one I thought was rubbish, okay? And then I'll show you what to do next. So here we go. Right, I liked my oh, particularly in the middle. That was really nice. When I got to the R, I felt that was a little dull. That sound just didn't ring as true for me. So there are, from memory, 3 steps in this vowel matching process. First of all, we have found the good vowel and the bad vowel, so we can take those now into the first step. So I am looking at the first note in the piece and the second note in the piece. The first note was my best vowel. The second note was my worst vowel in that phrase. I'm going to try and match them up. Step 1, take the good vowel, sing it on both notes, like this. And pay really clear attention to trying to make sure that the notes sound the same in terms of their clarity and their resonance. So not same vowel, but I've changed the resonance. I want it to be the same. And I do that by bookmarking how the top note, the good note, feels and trying to maintain the same shape, the same posture, the same feel when I change notes. That's step 1, good vowel to good vowel. Okay, so now what I want to do is go from good vowel to bad vowel, but try to keep the same feel that I had when I was using the good vowel for both. Bit clearer. I'll try again. That feels better matched. So step 2, good vowel to bad vowel. Step 3 is to put it back in the context of the phrase. Now, what I've picked here is the first note and the second note in the phrase, so it's easy to do that. But if I'd picked for my good vowel the first note and my bad vowel the last note, then I'd have to sing the whole phrase to check how I was doing. I'm going to sing the whole phrase and I'll see if I can keep the first note and the second note as well matched. first step is putting it back in the context of the phrase. And the final step would be to put the consonants in, which we're going to do tomorrow. Okay, so I've played around with that on the first phrase. I'll do one more phrase to give you an example, and then we might just sing the whole piece through, and you can sing it to vowels, or you can sing the words, or you can sing one vowel, whatever you like, and then go away and play with your good vowels and bad vowels yourself to your heart's content. Let me choose a different phrase. I might go to the first, cara ed amabile, which is this one here. Actually, I think I'd be better off choosing something that is in a slightly different part of my range. So I am going to go on to the second D vegetabile. So this one. D vegetabile. All right, so we are, if you can find the words di vegetabile, it's the second phrase. I'm going to sing that just with the vowels. I'm going to do that again. Now that last air for me sounds fuzzy. So what do? Good vowel to good vowel. I'm picking the first note as my good vowel. The last note is my bad vowel. So good vowel to good vowel. I'm going to sing the first note and the last note both on the good vowel, which was E. That's already clearer than the air was. E. Trying to match the shape and the space. Now, good vowel to bad vowel, E to air. I'm going to put the air back in. I'll take that one for now. You get the idea. I could finesse it a little bit more. Now, in the whole context of the phrase, I'm going to try and keep that feel when I get to that last note. Okay, suddenly that feels less fuzzy because all I've done is thought about exactly where I'm positioning that note and using as my reference point a note whose position I was happy with. I liked that sound, so I'm just going to try and carry that sound forward onto the fuzzy note. It's not rocket science, but it's really helpful to actually think, where's my best sound? Where's my worst sound? How can I carry my best sound into the sound that I'm least happy with?